Just to clear things up, Janine, I'm always having issues. Morning, everybody. Here we go again. Let's see. Figure might as well cut some beans here while we're doing our thing here, right? Considering the fact I'm going to kind of need those at some point today, hopefully. Okay, eyeballs, there we go, I can read here. Well, we're going to do lasagna and we're going to do bean casserole. And so that's why I'm cutting the beans right now. I'm always out of uniform. Yeah, I don't know if Bite's going to make an appearance today. He's used to live streams happening in the couch. He's not quite as used to coming into the kitchen for that. So I don't know. We'll see if he makes an appearance. He's here. He's doing his thing. Sometimes he hears me talking to the computer and that'll draw him out. But Yeah, that was kind of shocking about Adam. You just don't see something like that happening. But sometimes it does, unfortunately. I didn't know Jordan did a eulogy for him. I figured there'd probably be some sort of a statement from Jordan, because they were really close. I mean, Adam was like the first person, when Jordan was just talking about starting vlogging, Adam was the person he kept showing me. Yeah, I want to be like this guy. And so, and then when they kind of became friends, that was, that was sort of a dream come true. It's like meeting your hero. Kind of cutting the ends off my beans first, and I'll cut the beans into bite-sized chunks. If you remember to stop and pause your I don't know if I'd say I knew him. I met him once. Uh, Back before I was vlogging, Jordan was going to meet him and not Justin, Jacob. Had like a taco truck in Hollywood, and I tagged along, and yeah, I got to meet him. I don't know. He probably didn't remember me, but that's okay. It was still kind of fun to meet him. Yeah, no, I've seen enough typos on screen. I knew what you meant, Susan. That's just the nature of the beast. Hey, La Caleros, Merry Christmas. We're going to cook a couple things today. We're going to do my lasagna, which I've done in the past, and got that all ready to go. And I'm also making a traditional bean casserole, which also been something that's been part of my Christmas tradition for a very, very long time. And this is going to be my first time trying it, so it's either going to be really, really good or really, really bad. Only time will tell. But of course, when it comes to veggies and stuff like that, I gotta go fresh. So I got fresh beans. Took me actually a while to find them yesterday because I think I got like the last one. Everybody in the world must make bean casserole for Christmas. Let's just see if I can cut these up now. Hey, look on the bright side. At least you don't have to watch me cut the cheese. Yeah, I actually made the gelatin thing a couple days ago, so that's in the fridge ready to go. I also made the Swedish meatballs. I didn't vlog the gelatin dessert because I've done that before, and you can look that one up. But I did vlog the Swedish meatballs. In fact, that one's going to go live in the middle of this live stream. So I hope you don't all tune out here to go look at that. Guess we'll find out, though. Yeah, none of the recipes are top secret. Share them with whoever you want. I didn't put them on the internet for under the assumption that you're not going to share them. Nobody's saying anything. You're all enthralled watching me cut beans, right? Unseasonably warm. It's overcast today, but it's like going to be in the 80s. So yeah, it doesn't feel very much like Christmas here. But fortunately, it doesn't feel like summer either. It's never in the 80s in the summer. Early next week, though, it's supposed to have a cold front coming in, and it's going to be in the upper 20s at night for a couple days. Yeah, weather in Texas can't seem to make up its mind. Flash doesn't even know what to make of it. She's up and about right now. Yeah, I heard that he made it to 100. That's amazing. Okay, there's the beans. All right, let's see what's going on here. That was actually a suggestion from Jordan. Today, I'm going to make a couple recipes. I'm going to do my mom's lasagna, which I've done in the past. I've got all the ingredients out here ready to go on that. And then I'm also going to do something I've never done before, and that's a green bean casserole. And this is one that's been in the family for a long time too. This one seems relatively simple. There's only, it looks like 6 ingredients. Campbell's condensed cream of mushroom soup, milk, soy sauce, black pepper, green beans, and French fried onions. So I don't know. That one I think is going to go pretty quick. So we'll probably like work on the lasagna first. Turkey in the oven. All right. Yeah, that's a shame about Adam. Oh, Bite's probably back in his room. I'm not sure we'll see him much. He doesn't usually. He's used to live streams happening on the couch, and not so much when I'm in the kitchen on a chair. Yeah, it's gonna be the same as last year. Those over there, because I think I probably should get going with the lasagna, because that's going to take a while. There you go. Now you can kind of watch as we do this here. Seems to me the first thing I need to do is, I'm wrong here. Okay. The first thing I guess we're going to do is get the sauce ready here. So let's see. I think I want to use that one for the. I guess it probably doesn't matter that much. But that's a large kettle, and you got to keep in mind I'm doubling the recipe on this, so. Okay, so I'm going to pour in all my ingredients here. Just kind of transfer everything over here. Got it all over here on the counter in normal log staging positions here, but I didn't get this out very well here, so it happens. Salt, oregano, Italian seasoning, and pepper. And it's an optional thing, but I usually put crushed red pepper in mine too. It gives it a little bit of bite. All right. So I got crushed tomatoes and I got tomato sauce. And so that's the crushed tomatoes. I got a lot of that. So yeah, this is just something I got at HEB. It's crushed tomatoes. I need about 80 ounces of it because I'm doubling this recipe. But I know I like it. I know it's always good. And I know it freezes well. Yeah, a lot of this. Need a lot of sauce. And then that's just the regular tomato sauce. Once again, HEB brand. I find for the most part, HEB brand stuff's pretty good. Let's see. No wonder I couldn't find the can opener. It's over here. Unfortunately, they don't sell a 20-ounce can of tomato sauce, so you have to kind of figure it out as you go along here. Okay, and then let's figure out my spices here. I gotta remember I gotta double all of this. So 1.5 teaspoons of salt, that's gonna be 1 tablespoon of salt. Oh, I hear bite. So there's my salt. Need a tablespoon of oregano. Where's my oregano? There's my oregano. Yeah, this is the stuff that makes it good. Okay, there's oregano, kind of a heaping teaspoon or a heaping tablespoon. That's 1/2 teaspoon of Italian seasoning. So there's that. And I'm just gonna grate in a bunch of pepper because I always like pepper in there. So I'm just gonna, it says 1 teaspoon, but I'm gonna put a little bit more than that, or 1/4 teaspoon. So I'm gonna put a little bit more than that. I like pepper. Hard to go wrong with pepper, right? And of course some crushed red pepper, gotta have that in there, wrong way. And I use a lot of this. I actually had to buy more of this for this recipe. And I usually put like about 1/4 cup in there, and I just kind of eyeball that. Yeah, that should do it. Yeah, maybe a little bit more. Like I said, that's completely optional. You don't have to do that if you don't want. I like my lasagna to have a little bite to it. And then we're going to turn on the heat just kind of at a low level here, because we're going to be cooking this for some time. And let's get a ladle in here, or get a wooden spoon in here, kind of mix it all up. Oh yeah. All right. All right, let's see what's going on here. No, I think the meatball recipe came out just fine. You know, we'll try it out. I actually did it yesterday and vlogged it yesterday, and it'll go live in about 24 minutes, I guess. It'll go live, and you can check that out. I have not tried it yet. Was gonna wait and do that today, but I got it, and I got the Jello, the cranberry Jello recipe. I made that a couple days ago too. Hey, top vloggers, long time. Yeah, I wasn't really a huge Rob Reiner fan at the end. He kind of became a jerk. Of course, he always sort of a jerk. Made some good movies, but unfortunately, some of those people can be disgusting human beings. Yeah, I had the train to sit on a little bit today, this year. I guess the squirrels are still getting pecans off the trees. That's news to me. I just saw one run across the fence over there with a pecan in his mouth. Yeah, unfortunately, with me, if I start hating the actor or the director, it ruins the movie for me. Hey, Eric, Merry Christmas to you. I wouldn't say I knew Adam. I met him once. Jordan was vlogging at that point, and Adam was living in Hollywood, and Jordan was going to go meet him, and they were going to go to a taco truck, and and I got invited along. I met him, and I met Jacob. I doubt either of them would have remembered me, but that's okay. It was sad news. Adam the Woo was a really nice guy. I wish I knew him better. Let's see, what do I got to do next here? Okay. So I think I'm going to get going on the next part of the recipe here. I got a little onion chopping to do, which is always fun. Everybody likes to see a grown man cry, right? There we go. I think we're good there. Must have gotten some no cry onions. These aren't too bad. Probably a good thing. Like I said, nobody wants to see a grown man cry. All right, what's going on here? You broke your back? Holy cow. That doesn't sound like fun. All right, let's get this thing out. I think we're going to probably start with this here pretty quick. Transfer our onions into there. Do the rest of them here. Something like my sauce is starting to bubble a little bit here. Give it a little stir. Oh yeah. Lower the heat a little bit. Okay. All right, there's our onions. Get this out of the way for now. Need a little olive oil, and then we're gonna saute our onions here. Turn it on to a high heat. A little olive oil. Okay, we'll let that heat up a little bit. I got to go back to work tomorrow, so I think my movie watching is probably done for the week. What I made for dessert was the cranberry jello dessert. I made that a couple days, so that's done. No, food processor's fine. I just it makes so much noise. I decided to do the cheese and stuff ahead of time, so that you wouldn't have to sit there and listen to while it's running. And the onions, I just decided to chop them up. Thank you. Merry Christmas to you too. We should get to the next step here, because the next step after we get the onion sauteed is we're going to start throwing the meat in there. So probably should get the meat open here. I went to the grocery store a couple days ago and bought like all the ingredients I was going to need for all of this stuff. And yeah, it was crazy, all the different things I was ordering here. Ground beef. Oops, should go over my TV trays here. Need a little bit more space in here. Do that for now. Few ground beefs. Here the onions are starting to cook a little here. Okay. And sausage. Oh yeah. And of course, I got the spicy hot Jimmy Dean, because that's just me. All right, let's bring him over here. that's starting to look good. This too, holy cow. We'll knock the heat a little bit more down on that. All right. The bean casserole is actually fairly simple. It's, just let you see it. It's 1 can of condensed Campbell's condensed cream of mushroom soup, half a cup of milk, 1 teaspoon of soy sauce, dash of ground black pepper, 4 cups of cut green beans, and 1 1/3 cups of French fried onions. So, like I said, I'm interested in trying that, see what it is. It seems fairly simple. Yeah, we were lucky we got Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off. They've been doing that actually more lately. I think the first year, that I was there, I don't think they did had Christmas Eve or Christmas Day off. And I think so many people just called in sick that day that they said, yeah, we can't do that. Oh yeah, you read? Are you reading it? What do you think of it? Is it any good? Like I said, I got one of the books that was written a number of years ago. Haven't read it yet. Okay. Yeah, I got one book. Let me go get the one I got. Yeah, that's the Guided by Voices book I have. That was written a number of years ago. I kind of got a kick out of this one though, because I'm actually mentioned in it. Probably won't be mentioned in the new one. I guess I can tip it up a little bit here. Because who doesn't want to look at this face when they're thinking about food? Okay. Yeah, this one was done by James Greer, who was actually in the band at one point. You'll have to give us a review of the book when you're done with it. It's starting to look pretty good here. Yeah, Jim Pollard's his brother. Well, welcome to the party, Jeffrey. Yeah, I do weekly live streams, usually on Sunday, but I usually kind of, or at least for the last couple of years, I've also done something on Christmas Day, sometimes on Thanksgiving Day too. And oftentimes on Christmas Day, I'll do a cooking vlog. So I'm preparing a couple things today. Right now, what's going on here is I'm making my mom's lasagna. My mom made the most amazing lasagna when I was a kid, and I inherited the recipe. And so it's a tradition every year. At my house, we used to have lasagna for dinner, and so I've been continuing that tradition. And I love the lasagna so much that I actually end up making two times as much. Oops. And so I got the sauce going in here, and we're going to start the meat in here in just a minute because I think we're just about ready here. The onions are looking pretty good. Yeah, me too. It's one of my favorite things. And like I said, I like a lot of different lasagnas, but this is sort of my benchmark that I kind of judge everything against. Just because it's what I'm used to having for so many times as a kid. It sort of just turned into a Christmas tradition, but for the longest time there, it was, it was just a random meal we'd have. Okay, there goes the meat. That's a pound of ground beef, or 2 pounds of ground beef, and 1 pound of pork sausage. Okay, we'll let that cook for a few minutes here. Merry Christmas, Mark. I haven't done a cheesecake actually. I guess I probably haven't done nearly enough desserts. Yeah, you got to be able to see the pot here a little bit at least. This fry pan is almost not big enough for the amount of stuff I got in here, but that's okay. All right, let that go for a little bit here. Yeah, the Swedish meatball one should have gone up about 4 minutes ago. But that's okay. You can hang out with us and watch the Swedish meatball one afterwards. And maybe you'll get to watch me eat it. Now I'm thinking I may not get the lasagna done for this live stream, but you've seen me do lasagnas before. I've done it as a video, and I did it I think last year for the live stream. So I was thinking I might not have lasagna for dinner tonight. Maybe that'll be. Maybe I'll put them both in the freezer. Go with the bean casserole and Swedish meatballs and the Jello dessert. Oh, you don't know the half of it, Mark. I've made a lot of this stuff before, and I've got like all the pots and pans and stuff I need for it, but I've never made them all at once. And so I had to account for the fact it's like, okay, I'm gonna need this many, I'm gonna need containers to put stuff in afterwards. I'm gonna need, I didn't have enough 9x13 pans to do all the stuff that I was planning on doing. So I actually ended up going out and buying a couple of new 9x13 pans. I'm trying to move towards glass a little bit because the metal ones tend to rust. I've had the IKEA Swedish meatballs. They're not bad. What's on the menu today is, well, probably not the lasagna. Like I said, I'm not sure if we're going to get that finished in time. Because it says something about letting the sauce simmer for like 3 to 4 hours. Well, I'm not going to sit on the live stream for 3 to 4 hours. What I might do is I might just get the sauce going, let it simmer, and then we'll finish off the lasagna after the live stream. Because then it'll just be a matter of assembling everything, putting the noodles in and putting the layers and the cheese and all that stuff. And maybe once I get the sauce to the point where it's simmering where everything's in there, then we can go in and start making the bean casserole. Because I think that's going to go together pretty quick. Yeah, that's starting to look all right. Yeah, I bought a whole bunch of Pyrex. Got several of these. like I said, I've got some like aluminum ones, but the problem with the aluminum ones is they tend to rust, and nobody wants rust in their food. I mean, we all like a little bit more iron, but that's crazy. Yeah, that was a surprise about Adam the Woo. Okay. I like the fact that it cleans up really well too. I don't know. I don't know if Disney would do anything for Adam. Probably not. I think he got banned from the park at one point. You're not the first person to mention that odd coincidence that because somebody mentioned that they just heard about Adam and then they went over and saw me buying a grave. I heard something about Disney World too. That he tried to go backstage or something. Oh, I don't doubt there's going to be a lot of vlogs on his death. Yeah, but there's only really, I think, a few people that can really do it. I think Jordan would do a good vlog on his death because, unlike a lot of people that will talk about him, Jordan actually knew him. I don't know. We'll see what he does. I guess he did kind of a eulogy live stream recently here. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll hear. I mean, the first thought that crossed my mind is he was a little bit overweight, and who knows what they might. I was thinking like heart attack or something like that. Well, that was part of it too, Bearcat. That's part of the fat thing. The overweight thing. You never know how that's going to affect your body. Yeah, I don't know if they'll announce the cause of death. I'm guessing at some point, hopefully they will. Till then, it's just all kind of speculation. All right, I think the meat's just about ready here. A couple more minutes, get rid of all the pink here. Give that a few minutes and we'll see what happens here. Yeah, I can understand Jordan's emotions. They were really close. I'm 61 right now. Yeah, I'm old. Yeah, I'm looking at. I can see Jordan's live stream now. I'll have to go watch that. No, I haven't seen Bite yet. Yeah, I don't know. It's all just kind of speculation at this point, man. See, who knows? Maybe time will reveal that. Okay, I think we're just about there. All right, I'm gonna drain my meat. Bear with me for 1 second. All right, there's some of the meat. Need a bigger strainer because I can't get it all in the pot at once here. All right, and there's the rest of the meat. Get that all stirred in here. Oh yeah. All right, let's put a lid on that. And we're gonna let that simmer for a while. And then I think we'll have to get going on the bean casser. I think it depends on the stream. It looks like the one that he put up about Adam is public, but yeah, a lot of stuff he does behind the firewall. Hello, Gene. Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, usually when someone goes under mysterious circumstances, there'll be an autopsy. So, yeah, we'll hear, I'm guessing. I've heard people suggest embolism. I kind of think maybe heart attack. I don't know. I guess we'll hear. I don't know. I haven't really thought about what I'll do this year for vlogs. A lot of times the vlogs just kind of come up a day of. So, I don't have a source for any good venison. Yeah, I met Adam once through Jordan. Okay, so I think I'm going to get going with the bean casserole because that's not going to take long to do. Okay, first thing it says I got to do is I got to cook my beans. So I'm going to throw those in the Instant Pot. Might as well use that, right? That's the way to do that. We get those whipped up about 10 minutes. Okay, let's just rinse them out to be safe here. And a little water for the pressure cooker. I love how many things I can do in the Instant Pot. One of the most useful kitchen appliances I have. Hey, Darth Saber, how are you? Yeah, I mean, Adam was kind of the same kind of person in person that he was in his vlogs. I mean, it's just it's like Jordan. That's exactly who Jordan is. When you know him on the on his videos and his live streams, that's who he is. Yeah, it doesn't look like this is going to take long at all to do. So what I got is I got a little 2-quart Pyrex pan. This is one of those ones I bought just a couple days ago for all this craziness. And basically we've got the milk, the condensed soup, soy sauce, black pepper, and the beans. So yeah, this isn't going to take long at all. Hey Brad, Merry Christmas. See how our meat's doing here. Oh yeah. I'm making my lasagna here now. Probably won't finish that one, until until after the live stream, but that's okay because that's got to simmer for like 3 hours now. Yeah, whipped cream is actually part of the ingredient. It's an ingredient that goes in on the second layer. And so, once you get the lemon jello and the pineapple and all that stuff in there, and the cream cheese all melted, right before you put it in the fridge, you mix in some whipped cream. But I suppose you can put the whipped cream right on the top too. I don't know. Well, I guess she's maybe. I don't know. Maybe I doubt she's working today. But I don't know how they do things in Canada. In Texas, here everything is closed. If I needed to go to the grocery store, I'm SOL today. Bite's going to get another year of free room and board. I didn't really notice that so much in California. I think probably in California, they only maybe were closed half day or something like that. They close after 6 p.m. on Christmas Eve, and they don't be open by like noon on Christmas Day. I think it has to do with the fact that the founder of HEB was very religious, so doesn't surprise me that they would just shut down for the whole day. Ah, speak of the devil, or at least the devil's daughter. Hey, Logan, how you doing? I didn't even look for eggnog this year, which is well, I don't usually look for eggnog at all. Well, even like a Walmart here is closed. I do have some new rocks, including one of the larger pieces that I've ever gathered. But ask me about that again on Sunday, because I don't know, it's kind of hard to get at stuff right now. I got two pieces that are really, really nice. One that I've been looking at for a long time, and one that just showed up in the store last week. Yeah, Jordan is the one that told me that Adam passed. He'd sent me a message the day before. He made a couple of funny comments about me going out and getting my cemetery plot, and I replied to one of them, and he came back and says, and and told me that Adam had died. That was sad. Yeah, I know both Jordan and Jacob were close friends. Yeah, that's what we figured was happening, Logan. Your mom mentioned last time that the boss was making her work a lot. So when we haven't seen her the past couple of weeks, yeah, we figured that was what was happening. Yeah, a lot of people who owe their existence to Adam. Adam inspired Jordan, and Jordan inspired me. So two degrees of separation there. Without Adam, I wouldn't be doing this either, probably. Yeah, the cemetery thing was a lot easier than I thought it would be. I went back and paid for it on Monday, a couple days ago. And I actually it took a little longer to do the paying because I guess they were training a new person, and the person accidentally entered in the wrong price and got all the way through the process and was about to finish. And I said, "Wait a second, that's not what I was quoted." And they looked it up, um, and oh yeah, you're right. Turned out the number they were giving me was way less than I'd been quoted. And so I corrected them on that. And they said, "Oh, thank you for being honest." It's like, well, it's not like you're not going to figure this out. Somebody's gonna look at the books at some point and say, "Hey, why did you sell this for this? This doesn't sell for that." Okay, beans are ready. Do a quick release. And since the rest of this is going to go together pretty quick, I'm going to preheat the oven because that'll take a few minutes. Okay. Get those over there. All right, so like I said, this looks pretty simple. It looks like it's just the the Campbell soup. It doesn't look. They're not saying this is condensed mushroom soup. So usually what you do is you mix it with water, but it looks like what they're doing is they're using milk instead. So we're going to use milk instead also. Like I said, this is my first time ever trying this, so let's see how it all works out. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix it up in a little mixing cup here. In fact, No reason in the world, I guess, where you can't watch, right? All right. So I got my cream of mushroom soup. And let's make sure we get it all out of there. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. Let's see, how much milk? Half a cup of milk. I think I can handle that. Preferably without spilling all of it on the floor. I didn't spill all of it on the floor, but I spilled a little bit of it, so let me clean up my mess here. All right. And whisk it all together here, make sure it's ready to go. I think I am going to dilute it out because it doesn't seem the right consistency here. Doesn't say that, but it just doesn't seem like there's enough there. That should be better. Okay, and a teaspoon of soy sauce. Soy sauce, not Worcestershire sauce. All right. I'm just going to kind of eyeball that. That was probably about a teaspoon. And I got these French fried onions. And I'm going to pour about half of those in here. Pour that in. Mix it all together. Gonna pour my beans in. Get them all kind of spread out. And that looks about right. All right, so we're going to wait for the oven to get up to temperature here, and then we're going to put that in. So I'll just throw that over here for now till we're ready for it. Put that over here, and let's see what's going on in the world there. I don't think they look that nice. No, they're the old ones. Well, that's it, because Jordan had such a Adam had such a big influence on people, more so than that inspired him, and I guess, and then Jordan inspired me, and I've kind of encouraged some other people. So I mean, it's kind of a cascading thing here. Yeah, that's sort of my philosophy here. I'm not here to make a living doing this. I don't make that much money doing this, but I just kind of enjoy doing it, and it encourages me to get out and see what's going on. And because of that, I've gotten a chance to see a bunch of things. Actually, didn't get any Christmas presents from the family, but I do have something that I got from the rock shop. So we'll be showing that a little bit later. Right now, the Jello dessert is in the fridge. Here, I'll show you. I made that about 2 days ago. Just thinking I wasn't going to be able to get all of it done. Swedish meatballs, too. And glad you mentioned that, because I'm going to throw the Swedish meatballs in at the same time. So there's the Swedish meatballs right there. They're ready to go into the oven, and the oven's ready. And there's my cranberry Jello dessert. That's ready to go. And so, yeah, we'll be having a little bit of a feast here. All right, so let's put the bean casserole in, and we're going to cook that for how long? For 25 minutes at 350. So we'll throw that in. At the same time, I'm going to put the Swedish meatballs in, because that will allow them to heat up and be ready, hopefully, when everything else is. So, yeah, okay, let's go here. 25, start. Okay, how are we doing here? Oh, yeah. Lasagna sauce is looking good. All right. So we're going to go mobile here. Maybe we can still encourage Bite to come and visit. And I just put the plug on the laptop, so let's plug myself back in. All right. Yeah, we moved stuff around a little bit today for the live stream. I hope that doesn't confuse too many people. Basically what I did is I just moved the couch over to here. All right. Now I can start acting like a proper host. We might even be able to encourage Bite to come out here. Petunias. I don't know. I don't have any petunias around here. I did that on Thanksgiving a couple years ago. I smoked one in the smoker and the barbecue. Bye. You can come visit. Oh, okay. I guess I do remember that. His petunias. I forgot about that. Might be a little freaked out that I moved the couch. It's 80 degrees here. This is very uncharacteristic for Christmas Day. No, it's not a petunia. It's a possessed bear. I can't put him on the back of the couch though because then he ends up doing a header over the back. So I had to put him down here. Oh, just to have a different background for the Christmas live stream. It'll be back to normal next week. Yeah, that's the Christmas tree. All Star Trek this year again. Well, Star Trek, little Star Wars, and I got even a 1970s era Cylon from the Battlestar Galactica series. Actually, I got a present from Kara at Gallery 11, so I'm actually going to open that up because I'm curious what it is. Should have left a little bit more room in here. Basically, I remember her advertising these. It was something that, oops. Don't set your present on your mouse. You might get funny things happening. Yeah, not bad for an artificial tree, right? All right. So anyway, she mentioned these a few weeks ago on her Facebook page, and apparently they just were gifts that they gave out, and you could buy them, and there would just be some mystery stuff in there. And I'm looking at this. Actually, right now I see little marks on the back here. $50 and 904. So I don't know. I don't know what's in there, but they just gave me that. So I'm guessing that that's what they would have sold it for, was $50. So I don't know. It's the place is a jewelry store too. So I hope it's not jewelry. That ain't gonna work. Okay, so what she said is basically that it was like a cigar box, and I'm looking at it. Yeah, it's actually a nice wooden box here. Let's see what we got here. Okay, now let's see here. Oh, it opens this way. Okay, I see. All right, so let's see. There's all sorts of little stuff in there. There's this little purple or little pink box. So let's see what's in there. Ooh, a couple of little rock fragments. That's kind of cute. And I think this is kyanite. I think I have some kyanite and a little teeny tiny fossil. Oops. So yeah, ammonite. I have a couple of those. So that's kind of cool. Let's see here. There's one big thing. Oh, there's a bunch of little stuff from the Lucky Scoop box too. Oh, okay. A nice little piece of gold sheen obsidian. That's kind of cute. You really don't get the much of an idea of it, but it kind of glows, kind of a gold color. So that's kind of cool. There's this. There's like one big thing in there too, so we're gonna look at that. Oh, that's kind of pretty. That's not entirely sure what that is. Just a fun little piece of crystal. And there's this. Oh, that's kind of cute. That's a piece of smoky quartz. So that's kind of cool. It's funny because there's parts of it that are very clear, and then parts of it that are really dark. So that's kind of cute too. I'm gonna open that last. Oh, there's an okay. So got a handful of they tend to do this. They're into their lucky scoops, and so there's a lucky scoop in here. Basically, what their lucky scoop is, it's a little dish that they have in the front of the store that have all these just little polished pebbles and stuff like that. And you get every time you make a purchase, you get a lucky scoop. Oh, that's cool. That's I have a piece of that too. I think that's what is that? I don't know. Is that what am I thinking? I don't know. I'll have to refresh my memory. Turquoise, I think, is what that is. No kyber crystals yet. So that's kind of cool. And then of course we got can't really see them all that well because they're all kind of tipped in there, but some lucky scoop pieces. Let's see if any of that's UV reactive. Sometimes they are. Let me go get my UV light. Don't really see anything special, but just some lucky scoop pieces. All sorts of kind of pretty little things there. So those are kind of fun. And then there's one big thing in here, and I haven't looked at that yet. So let's see what that is. That looks like that might be kind of fun. Oh, just a pretty little slab. So there you go. That's what I got from Gallery 11. Like I was saying, they wrapped up these little things, and if you could buy them as a gift, and then give them away, and then they guarantee that the contents were worth at least what you paid for it. So yeah, I know that slab's pretty cool, and it's kind of transparent too, so you can kind of see through it. So very cool. It's kind of a nice little box too. Like I said, it's a cigar box. So there you go. Yeah, when I was going through the process of buying the cemetery plot, I found out that there are some kind of limits to what I can do. They're kind of regimented about what I can do in terms of the stone. Basically, I can only have granite or bronze as a marker, but granite can cover a whole bunch of different things. So I'm hoping that maybe I can, get them to shape a piece of granite, maybe like a pure black piece of granite, and shape it like a crystal. So I don't know. We'll see. That's one of the things I got to do in the next few weeks is start doing the rest of it, because I need to go out and get the casket. I need to go out and get the marker, because I can put the marker on the grave site now, uh, and and then I also got to do my will, and that's going to be another interesting thing. Luray Caverns, where is that? Oh, this is going to be a really grueling week, John. I got to work 2 days today, this week, tomorrow and Saturday, and then I'm off for 6 days because we go into New Year's and New Year's Eve, and then the day after New Year's Eve, they decided to have the company annual holiday party, and so they just decided to lump that onto the end of New Year's Eve, and so we don't have to shut down and bring up the lines a bunch of times. That's always complicated. So yeah, I get to do that tomorrow too. Bring up all the lines because they're all down because nobody's working today. Nobody worked last night. No, nothing seems to do anything with black light, but that's okay. I mean, the kyanite, like I said, I've got a piece of that, and I knew that didn't do anything. But that's still kind of cool. I'm still not sure what that is, but that's pretty. Just a little nugget, and of course, the gold sheen obsidian. I've got some of that, and that's kind of cool. and I'm not really sure what that is. I'll have to look at that. Might be what do I get, like aragonite or something like that. Yeah, they're pretty strict about what they do. Here, let me get the list of prohibited items. Okay. So yeah, here's Oakwood's list of prohibited items. Advertisements or signs of any kind, artificial flowers, although there's an exception with artificial flowers before a week before Easter, Mother's Day, Memorial Day, Father's Day, Christmas. Uh, and if you do it around Thanksgiving to Christmas, they must be removed before the first business day of January. Um, Artificial flowers must be in containers incorporated into the gravestones. They may not be stuck directly into the ground. No balloons, no bird baths, candles, or any items with open flames, ceramic vases or ornaments, chairs. This one made me laugh. Cooking devices. You can't have grills, fryers, smokers, barbecue pits. And apparently, a lot of people, were doing that. They were bringing barbecue pits to the graves. So you can't do that. Um, Flagpoles or flags. Cemetery flags are allowed, but only one per grave. Uh, Glass of any kind, hangers, hanging baskets, items hanging in trees, lawn ornaments, metal brackets, poles, rods of any kind, including iron, plastic, or metal, pendants, perpetual or solar lights, photographs, unless incorporated into the headstone, picture frames, pinwheels, plastic decorations of any kind, pottery items, shells, shepherd hooks, uh, tin decorations, toys, tree lights or ornaments, urns that are not incorporated into the headstone, or wind chimes. And then in terms of landscaping, you can't have bricks, you can't plant trees, coping, curbing, borders, border stones, or edging of any kind, decorative stones or garden stones. So I guess you can't bring rocks. But I think it's one of those things that as long as it's on the monument itself, it's probably okay. Flowers except live ones in containers, incorporated in gravestones. No planting on or around property. Fencing around a grave site or a lot. Grass without approval of the general manager. Gravel or rock of any kind. Ground cover. Hedges, shrubs, mulch, rose bushes, or trellises. So yeah, they're pretty serious about that. I don't know what I'm going to wear for an outfit this year. I'll probably just wear the same thing I wore a couple of years ago. I'm a guy; it's not against the rules to wear the same outfit twice. So yeah, and I do got to get a haircut, so I'll probably do that next week. Didn't say no beer cans. Yeah, I'm not going to go into costs of things. It was less than I thought it would be, so that kind of surprised me. Now the stone, I don't know. We're going to have to see what that's going to be. Ugh. Yeah, I got the timer going, so we'll be all right. They usually have a bar. Last year, they only gave you a couple of tickets, and the drinks were kind of watered down. The year before, um, it was an open bar. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't know about a live stream on New Year's Day. Maybe. I want to go see how the stuff is making in the oven here. I'll be right back. Looking pretty good. Yes, yeah, the train was set up. The village is right here. No, there's not really anything that was added to the train village this year. Um, I did take a lot of the glass spheres that I have, the stones that I have that are cut into spheres, and I kind of peppered them throughout the village. But no, there isn't really anything new this year, so I didn't really do a train vlog. Sounds like everything's ready here. I hear it beeping in the other room here. So let's relocate again. Oops. Get the power cord untangled from the legs of the TV tray here. Oh, wait, well, that wasn't it. I could have sworn I heard it beep at me. Okay, I guess it wasn't ready yet. All right, well, we'll just sit here for a little bit, see how my pastas go, or how my sauce for lasagna is going here. Oh, yeah. All right. Let's see here. I do want to go to the Grand Canyon. No plans yet. I mean, it's just a matter of whether our timelines link up. A 3 hour train vlog on a GoPro? I don't know. That'd be kind of boring, wouldn't it? I don't know. We may do something next week. Didn't really get a chance to do anything this week. A lot of it was kind of getting ready for this because I did a lot of cooking to get ready for. I saw a video of that, Gene, or at least a photo of the squirrel with a donut. That's funny. That's dangerous to try and steal a donut from a police officer. I'm just saying. Yeah, a lot of caves around Texas too. I think we'll probably finish off the Texas caves before we start going to other states to look at their caves. I have been in Carlsbad Caverns in New Mexico, so that sort of counts. But I love a good cave. Yeah, I think you're right, Mark. I'm gonna have more food than I know what to do with. Like I said, I'm gonna probably assemble the lasagna and put them both in the freezer, and then we'll just pull them both out at some point. Because while it's true, lasagna is sort of a tradition at my family for Christmas. I'm gonna have so much to eat right now. It's crazy. Well, that's really the reason you go to caves to see some of those beautiful things that are in there. Haunted house vlog would be fun if I could find one. Supposedly, a few houses around here that are supposedly haunted, but they played with Silo Screams on Christmas too. Never really panned out. I guess this year they had just not really scares, but they had a full kind of holiday season thing where they had Santa out there and stuff like that because zombie Santa. So that would be funny. I'm only aware of two of them being seized, but maybe a third one's been seized now too. There's a whole bunch of caves down near San Antonio that I didn't get to visit when I was there. So yeah, we got more caves to visit. A lot of refineries and on the Gulf Coast. Okay, let's see how we're doing here. I'm gonna let that cook a little bit more. I can see the Swedish meatballs are doing good. Oh yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, I think it's getting there, Darth. I'm surprised you can smell it through the computer, though. No, I got the other thing that I was looking at. Here, I'll show you. 'Cause I think I got a. Wait, do I have? No, I don't think I have a picture of it here. I have it on my cell phone. I had a choice between one or the other, and I decided to go with this thing. And I think I made the right choice. I went with, oops, hang on, let me see, make sure I can see what you're seeing here. I went with that piece. And that one's really nice. In fact, I can show you the official photograph from Facebook here. That'll probably be a better image. And give me a second to get down there here. Oh, it's weird. It won't go beyond that. Oh, that's weird. Okay. So yeah, let's cut away to that here. So that's the piece that I got, and I thought that was really cool. It's just really gorgeous from close up. It's also heavy too. That thing probably weighs about 20 pounds. Not that one. That was one I got previously. That was the other thing I got. It looks like that normally. And then the bottom there, it glows red under a black light. You know how much I love stuff like that. So those are the pieces I got. Lasagna's gonna probably get a couple more hours because this got to simmer for a couple hours before I can even start building it. Cleonite? I don't know if that's what it is. Okay. That should be ready now for the final step. Pull the bean casserole out. Basically what happens now is after we pull this out, we're gonna put some more French fried onion rings on here. Cook it a little bit longer. Oh yeah, the meatballs look great. They're gonna be ready. So I'm just gonna put some more of the okay, and then we're gonna put that in for another couple minutes. And then it will be time for feast. Okay, let's turn on the see how our pasta's going. Oh, you know it's good when it fogs up your glasses. Oh, I got the little hot pads here. I do actually have one of the ones with a little mitt. Oh, there's stuff all over the country I'd like to vlog. Not just Virginia. I've never actually been to Virginia, but there's a lot of history in Virginia. I went to Boston once for a trade show, and there's a lot of history there too. I'd love to go there and cover some of that. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. The cabinets look okay. Maybe when you're looking at them through the camera here, but you look at them up close, they look pretty horrible. I'm going to do something with them at some point. It's just every time I start, something goes on that kind of just takes the wind out of my sails. A telescope upgrade would be nice. In fact, I'm thinking about getting rid of the one I have, just giving it to Goodwill because, I mean, I've had it for a long time and it's not much more than a toy. Big projects are fun. Well, I have shown you that there's that one I've been looking at that's not necessarily a telescope, but an astro camera. So it doesn't have an eyepiece. You basically, it's just got a camera on it. You shoot really clear, really great photos. And I think I've shown you that. It's a Celestron. What was it called? I don't remember. Okay, hang on. There's Celestron. Let's see, which one was it? I think the last time I looked for it, actually, they were sold out. So maybe they don't even have them on the website right now. Yeah, we can cut away at least so you can see what I'm looking at. So yeah, this is the Celestron website. Let's see, they had something right at the top here in the past. Origin, I think it was this one. So yeah, you can see those aren't cheap. Yeah, it's out of stock. I don't know. I guess I want to see some more reviews of it, but you can see it doesn't have an eyepiece on it because it's basically just a camera. So yeah, that's what I'd like to, but I don't know. So yeah, that's what I'd like to, but I don't know. Anything new in Waco? I don't know. We're waiting on the brewery to come back. I was over there a couple weeks ago, and They're still making progress, but nothing going on yet. It's funny, the old location is still empty and abandoned. Probably number one, and people are so much nicer. No state income tax. Oh, it's not going to be long now until everything's coming out. I think we got just 29 seconds left on the casserole. Oh yeah, looks like there's a lot of bubbly going on in there. So yeah, it ain't gonna be long. No HOA, yeah, you got that. I'm proud of the eclipse video. Yeah, like I said, that was something I planned on doing. 2.5 years earlier when I got the solar telescope. Okay, let's get everything out here and make a little room to hold everything here. Okay. Oops. All right, that goes there. The Swedish meatballs are done. They're definitely ready to go. Gotta untangle my cords here. I'll end up tripping over myself here. Oops. Refrigerator door just hit the laptop. All right, let's go mobile here for a second. Here. All right. So there's our stuff right there. Our Swedish meatballs, they look pretty good. Our bean casserole, that looks pretty good. And there's our Jello. So let me scoop out a little of each of this, and we'll move back to the living room and we'll do a little bit of wrap up. You have to bear with me. I didn't plan as well as I should have on this, so you can talk amongst yourselves. All right. I can just sit and drool at that. All right, got to have the glass of milk too. It ain't a meal until it's got the milk. All right, let's see here. So there we go. Yeah, I do want to go to Yellowstone. So yeah, there it is. There's our Swedish meatballs. They look really good. They smell really good. And now we're going to find out if they taste really good. Mmm. Just like I remember. Let's try the bean salad here. Wow, I can't get over how good those mustard or the Swedish meatballs are. That's right. It ain't a meal until it's got the milk. Yeah, that's pretty good too. Got to get the laptop close enough here so I can actually read what you guys are writing here. Yeah, the Swedish meatball recipe is posted on YouTube in the comments section or in the community section. So yeah, definitely check that out. Actually, no, it isn't. The bean recipe's in there. The recipe for the Swedish meatballs will be on the video that went live during the live stream here. It went live at noon, so about 2.5 hours ago, or hour and a half ago, hour 45 minutes ago. So it's in there. Really good. And of course, I don't really need to try this because I know this is going to be good. Always is. Oh, yeah. That is so good. That's always one of my favorite things. Sorry, you're going to have to watch me eat. Yeah, that's the cranberry jello dessert. You're waiting for Bite, huh? Bite, your audience awaits. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Bite's not in the basement. We don't have a basement here. I did not get around to seeing It's a Wonderful Life. No, I don't know. One of these days, I guess I'll have to see it. Oh, Meatloaf's pretty good. Hard to go wrong with that. Kitty treats are over here, so. Not so far. I would guess that was probably a typo, Susan. I'm guessing he meant to say that he made meatloaf and mashed potatoes for Christmas. Yeah, we're making history on this. You're going to watch me eat a whole meal. Never done that before. It's all really good. I'm happy with how all of it turned out. The Swedish meatballs are perfect. It's exactly how I remember. And I haven't had them in a number of years. I'd give it a 10, but I knew what I was getting into with all of this. Because these have all just been, things that we've had over the years. Yeah, it passes, definitely passes. I don't think Bite's behind me. I mean, technically, he's in his room. That's technically behind me. Yeah, we can maybe do that, Darth. Let me finish up what I'm doing here. Well, there's that place that I've been to. I went and blogged it a few years ago called Ocean Buffet. They have fresh sushi in there. And then there is a sushi place downtown. I've never been to that. Mhm. Yeah, I wouldn't call it. Wouldn't surprise me if you called the SPCA on me. Hey, Spaniel Mom, how you doing? Merry Christmas. Yeah, I'll be feeding on this for a while. That's why I decided to freeze the lasagnas. Working on it. Do we need to send out an Amber Alert for Bite? Nah, I'm sure he's just in his room. The cranberry jello was always the best. I love that. Hmm. All right. All right. Like my uncle says, after a satisfying meal, I've lost my appetite. Now I ate it, I had it. It is technically, I guess, a dessert, but we used to eat it with the meal. So All right. We survived another one. I talked to Jordan a couple nights ago when he told me about Adam. I'm going to go find Bite. Okay, let's go find Bite. Like I said, I think he's just a little freaked out that the couch is in a different place. He gets easily freaked out. About a week ago, I made the observation that he hasn't been using the shelves ever since Nibble died. So I went and removed all the shelves. And so he kind of hangs out on the ground now. So yeah, I see no shelves on the walls in here anymore. Got a little picture of Nibble there. That's where she used to sleep. And like I said, he hasn't gone up on the shelves ever since Nibble died. So we can come down here and join our little friend, though. Say hi, Bite. He's still my buddy. Gonna turn the camera here so I can see if you guys are writing. Oh yeah, no doubt in my mind that he was still with us. Like I said, he just gets a little weirded out sometimes if something changes. All right, well, so yeah, Mike's still with us. All right, let's plug in here. Hook up the mouse. And I think we're going to probably pretty much wrap this one up here pretty quick. I've been going for nearly 3 hours. Yeah, it was a close one. All right, well, I think I've done what I'm going to do on the live stream, so I'm going to pull the plug on this one. Thanks, everyone. I had a good time today. Made some good food. I hope you enjoyed that and maybe tried along with us. Other than that, the recipes for these two things, for the bean casserole and for the Swedish meatballs, are both published in the on the channel, so check them out if you're interested. And I think that's all I got tonight. So thanks, everyone. Have a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.